kind
I told you I've never used this before. But I think is it, yeah.
we're live now. We've been talking this whole time.
Reintroduce. I'm gonna reintroduce you.
Mercury's
Um,
in, Mercury's in shadow, about ready to go retrograde on
oh
like the
my
26th.
goodness.
So here we go. I was
That
like,
is
oh,
wild.
I was telling somebody, oh, we're not gonna do this tonight. But and I told him this yesterday too. And I was like, well, the blessing is that it's things to come because it didn't happen because it happened on Mercury shadow and not and Mercury in retrograde. When you do things during
Hmm.
Mercury retrograde and Mercury shadow, it's not the most auspicious time, but when things don't happen, it's a foretelling of things to come over the next 3 months. So don't boohoo and cry when people start denying them promises to you. It's not a bad thing. It's just foretelling of what is to come in the next 3 months for you, or the next 6 months. Okay.
I'm crying. I probably cry about every Mercury retrograde. I got I think Gemini rules my seventh house, so I don't know. So
Mercury's
everybody
in
just
Pisces right now, so it
yeah.
sucks. It's like we are all gonna get hurt. I'm scared.
I am. Let me reintroduce Miss Marie Moore. I'm Nina Will. I'm an astrology junkie. I love tarot cards. I love astrology. And I've been following this woman for many, many
Yes,
years.
he has.
She is internationally known.
Oh,
She's been doing this for about a couple decades or so, you know.
couple
So she
decades. I'm
knows
gonna be that
this
old 100-year-old
stores
turtle that
in
everybody's
and
gonna be like,
out.
she's been doing this for a century.
And how can you not be good? And you've been doing something as long as you've been doing it.
I
Like
know, right? I know.
you've done your
So
research.
yeah, so I got hacked. So now I have to like rebrand myself because Pluto's still in my 12th house, but Pluto went into Aquarius, so it changes the conversation. Every time a planet moves into a different sign or house, it changes the conversation, but Pluto's still in my 12th house. So it has been a period of rebranding for me more than anything. So it's just been just a crazy energy for me with
Now Pluto being the planet of death, right? Death and rebirth.
Pluto. No, Pluto in the 12th house. Pluto is death and rebirth. Pluto is death and rebirth. Pluto is also in the 12th house about karma and about self undoing and fantasy and also hospitalization, imprisonment. These are the long-term kidnappings that we hear about, that people are kidnapped for 14 years and stuff like that. That happens when these long-term transits come. Mhm. And then they're found like 14 years later. Oh, I'm not gonna put no juju out there for nobody, but I'm just saying.
What? Because that's so.
Yeah, because it deals 12th house deals with imprisonment. Oh,
How about turn on my do not disturb? That's
so it's like, yeah, so 12th house is like a karmic house. It's also the house of hmm. Oh,
uh
oh,
oh.
you there? Okay, you there.
What did I do?
Yeah,
Are
we're
you
back.
back? Okay,
Okay.
cool, cool. Is her name Marie Guthrie? I can't think of her name.
The one
It's
that's
a reporter right now.
oh, Nancy
Um, she,
Guthrie.
she works at GMA, and her mom's been kidnapped.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Might have nothing to do with what's going on in the planets. I don't know. Is Pluto doing something weird right now?
It is. Well, no, Lilith Moon is a little bit crazy right now. Lilith Moon is forming a T square right now and for the past 2 weeks, and with the North Node and South Node. So this is gonna cause like a lot of like weirdness. I don't want to like put the juju out there, but a lot of like killings, like people killing. Yeah, yeah. Bad
Like in partnerships or like
riots. Huh?
in partnerships, people are killing each other. What's the
Partnerships. Well, yeah, partnerships too, because Pluto's also opposing Volcanus. And then for some of you, especially those of you in your 50s and probably 60s, Pluto and Virgo, those of you who have Pluto and Virgo, it's also opposing Saturn here as well. So a lot of you, because Saturn just moved 1 degree into the sign of Aries. So a lot of people are going through breakups and divorces at this time because Pluto in Virgo means that people are looking for their soulmates right now. So these long-term relationships that are like 22, 24 years old, those are starting to go to like starting to end at this time. So there's a lot of breakups and some people don't want to break up. And then Lilith Moon, she's a rat in Sagittarius. I'm sorry, she's a Sagittarius. I don't know if y'all noticed, but a lot of serial killers are in the sign of Sagittarius. I'm just saying.
Hey, hey.
Well, some Pisces too, but
I thought Pisces was the lead now.
I
Yeah,
think
I
it's a
did.
beautiful side thing. It's a beautiful side thing. So we can
Mhm,
see a lot of like, some crazy stuff on the news this week. I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised if we hear about riots because
mhm,
of ISIS and stuff like that. I will not be surprised of the things that are going to be coming up over the next 2 weeks because Mercury is also going to go in retrograde in the sign of Pisces, which Mercury in Pisces is a detriment. So this is going to be probably a crazy 3 weeks for us with Mercury and Pisces, just absolutely crazy. So a lot of people not getting along right now, but it's also a time of like the expiration date because you have to think about it. These are 14 Pluto is a 14-year transit. So a lot of us got married during Pluto and Capricorn in the beginning and we're like 15-year-old relationships, 16-year-old relationships. Those some of them may work out, some of them may come to an end at this time because we have this opposition between a higher Saturn, which is called Vulcan, and it's an asteroid, but it's there for like 73 years in
mm.
the sign of Leo. And right now it's at 4 degrees. And the rapper that we're going to be talking about today, Glo, I'm calling her Glo.
Yeah, yeah.
She has her son is right on top of that. So she's really going to be going through it over the next few years with family during this time period. Okay. This is all about setting
Ooh.
boundaries with people, but also Pluto's in Aquarius. So it's all about, Pluto and Aquarius. Aquarius try to act like they're like frilly and like, oh my God, PC love, they're like, it's all about, revolution and love and peace. But really
Mhm,
low, really deep down low, they're real dictators. Okay.
mhm.
These
I
are the
can
people that like
no comment.
beat their damn husbands. Okay. They don't care. They will and it's like, damn girl, you just slapped your man. And it's like because he didn't talk to me right. And it's like,
Mm,
okay.
mm,
I ain't see nothing. I'd be like, I never slapped my man like that, but I didn't see nothing. But okay, that's you, and the guy's still standing there like, yes, ma'am. It's like, okay, this is okay, that's great. But not anymore because now everybody feels the need to put their balls on because I don't know what's going on in the stars for real, for real. But I think that Lilith moon is starting to like make everybody a little bit irritable and they won't tolerate a lot of things because Lilith moon in Sagittarius, what are they all about? Their freedom, their
mhm,
independence, and then they can get controlling too, and it's not well aspected. So,
mhm,
but you guys act different, you guys catch cases. So that's what's happening there. So people are catching cases because they're trying to leave situations. But the problem also is Hades is in retrograde, Coronis is in retrograde. I've been talking about these two forever and a day. And
mhm,
Jupiter in Cancer is in retrograde. So everybody is sitting on their hands about like the decisions that they want to make because everybody is about their security, their stability. They do want the long term with this person, but how do you make it with this person when this person is not willing to compromise?
mhm,
So it's all about compromising and understanding and changing. And a lot of people don't want to change right now because we're all stuck in our ways of thinking because of Hades, Coronis, and also Jupiter in Cancer. So we're all kind of like, wanting to like not change and then get into these power struggles as you will do what I say. And it's like, oh, hell no, and it's
mhm.
just going to get worse when ego Jupiter moves into Leo and then ego going to reign supreme for real. And then it's going to be
When
like,
is that?
damn. Let me see. Did I put my stuff up? Oh no, I did not put my stuff up. Jupiter is going to go into Leo in July. Yes, and it's going to be conjunct with Vulcan, so it's going to be a very intense change too. So some of us we're supposed to leave certain situations. July there could be a lot of divorces and breakups happening here because this is ego reigns supreme during this time period in the month of July with Jupiter. And then North Node moves into Aquarius. Okay, and then we got Pluto in there. So then it's going to be about significant changes, real revolutionary stuff here happening, and just I think like the whole like ISIS thing and
Hmm.
stuff like that, people are really going to be fighting for people's rights and stuff like that because we're about, Pluto Aquarius is about love and peace and equality and all that great stuff. But with North Node coming in, it's going to be more about love, peace, and equality for all, So immigration is going to be a hot topic over the next few years, and the different rights and people's rights. And, so people are probably going to be like hiding people for real.
Mm.
To
Mm.
protect them, and stuff like that, because it's getting kind of ridiculous. And the things that they're doing to these people is getting kind of ridiculous. So this is going to be there's going to probably be a lot more riots about it, maybe even maybe some in some cases martial law may need to be called because there will be like some violence about it too. So it's going to be very volatile like few years, especially in the bigger cities like Los Angeles will be affected the most, and maybe Chicago too because Chicago's also doing some stuff too, and they're shipping out people there too. So it's going to be very crazy like couple years here, a lot of changes, a lot of revolution happening here because that's what Aquarius is about, revolution,
Mm.
So, and how do you bring about revolution? Through fighting, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, we can't trust the government, and Pluto and Aquarius do not trust the government. So Pluto and Aquarius don't trust the government,
Did you want to jump into Glow first?
Sure. She is wow. Ooh, I have never met the woman. I've never heard a rap song, but I don't have her date. I don't have her time of birth, but I
Hmm.
have her date of birth. She is a Leo, and right now she has Vulcan, which is the higher form of Saturn, right on top of her sun. Okay, and she is a little bit volatile. I was like, damn, she's a scrapper. Okay,
Hmm.
she really is. But I feel like this week alone, over the next 2 weeks coming up, is going to be crazy for her. And a lot of people are going to
Hmm.
leave her life at this time,
Mm.
and she's going to be fighting a lot. And it's just going to get
Sheesh.
worse. It's just going to get worse. Okay. And does it have to get worse? No. You see, Vulcan is right now quincunxing her one of her planets in her ninth house. Alrighty. Let me see. Let me get her stuff. Is quincunxing. So when it does that, she has an opportunity to have a different conversation with her
Hmm.
public life versus her
Hmm.
private life. And she keeps putting airing her stuff out in the public. So my prediction for her is that one day she's going to do something. It's going to be like it's like I always say, there's your truth, there's my truth, and then there's God's truth. Well, one day she's going to get in trouble for telling a half truth. And she didn't tell, and it's gonna be like she's gonna be mad, she's gonna be posting it on social media, telling a half truth, and then somebody's gonna come with the receipts showing the whole truth, and this could ruin her career, you
Mm.
know, because it could make her look really messy or like she's scamming or something like that. You know, even though she may not be doing it now, but she needs to be careful. She needs to learn to contain her no like you can give the public a little something, but keep your fights with other people in your life to yourself. Okay.
So, so the timeline, the physical timeline, how it started. Okay, all right. So around February 5th, her sister goes live. Her sister's Sagittarius. This is our older sister. It's like
Oh God.
12 of them or something like that.
Oh damn.
And they grew up like really piss poor. And Glorilla's having this relationship. It looks beautiful. She's had plastic surgery. She looks cute. In Memphis, thought she looked cute because they're from Memphis. But So yeah, her sister is all of a sudden very upset. She's like, I am tired of being poor. Glorilla, you owe us something. You stole my $2 menu sandwich when we were little out from McDonald's. Why won't you kick back to any of us? And then my people that are with you, they're not getting anything, even though they live with you.
I saw that in her chart. I saw that in her chart. Okay, okay. So I'm going to read to y'all my story of Glo. All right, and what I saw. Okay, so Volcanus is right on top of her sun, which means they're conjunct at 4 degrees. Her sun is at 4 degrees in the sign of Leo. So coming up this week, um, the Lilith moon is not well aspected in her fifth house. So she's gonna have like a lot of problems with people and peopling at this time. Okay. So this could be whoever has to leave her life, let them leave her life at this time. But the problem is they're gonna yo-yo back in come April when Mercury goes direct. Okay. You can kick out everybody. They'll always yo-yo back in during Mercury retrograde, guaranteed. It's the most easiest readings that I have. You know, you've done it too with me.
They'll
so
come back.
this so
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be a rough year for her with her relationships.
Mm.
And I saw that because again, I don't have her time of birth. Her time gives me her rising, but I have her sun. So with the information that I have with her sun and stuff like that, this is going to be a time like her relationships is kind of like she needs to kind of kill her ego, okay, and needs to humble it down a little bit here. This is not going to be the easiest energy time between her and her sisters, okay? They need to like keep their issues or whatever is going on private because they are going to go through intense changes during this time period. So her relationship dynamics with her family is going to go through intense changes. So like I said, it's going to be she said stuff, but then the public is going to get involved. My predictions here is either it's going to hurt her career, which it will, because it's gonna make her look really bad, or somebody, one of her family members, is gonna get hurt by a fan because she tried to protect her family member from, like trying to stand up for herself and trying to say her piece. You know how they do. And then she gonna get beaten up or something like that. So that's my prediction. And it's probably gonna happen in the month of July too. Okay, so this is all escalation of what's to come in July. So my prediction is there's going to be some violence happening between them in July. Whatever, does it have to go there? No, we have an opportunity to change the situation by keeping it off the TikTok, keeping it off the social media, and just having a conversation. She got to realize, I consider her, the way I read her chart was like it kind of reminded me of the Netflix TV series The Crown. And
Mm-hmm.
she needs to watch season 1 when the Queen Mother talks to Queen Elizabeth when she becomes queen and tells
Mm-hmm.
her that she cannot participate in all this. She can't get involved. She's not allowed to have an opinion. She's not allowed to say anything because you wear the crown. You represent an ideal of what people see, and you represent that to so many people. And it's like, if you're going to carry that responsibility of being a rapper and stuff like that, you have to learn to not keep it so messy, you know? And I think that messy is going to kill your career if you continue going in that direction because people are not going to want to watch you or listen to you. They're just going to stay for the fights, and then family's going to go away. And as you get older, you're not going to have nobody and you're going to look for everybody. And then
Mm.
because you're a son in Leo, you're going to get obsessed about all these fights and about not having family. It's going to kind of drive you a little bit crazy. So you need to be about bigger picture at this time, is what I would say to her, when it comes to family. And you need to keep private because this is not going to be the easiest time for you and your family because you're growing, you're becoming bigger, but also family, the issues that you have with family can topple you down and make you look really bad at this time. And you don't want to look really bad and then drop your views, drop your numbers because nobody wants to listen to you because they're going to think that you're nasty. They're going to be like, whatever, and they're not going to take you seriously. So I feel like that is what's going to be coming up for her. Feel like, she does keep everything, she needs to keep everything inside. As easy, as hard as that is for her, it's very hard. I know. I
I was surprised she responded at all.
Oh,
You said, looking at her chart, she gonna say something, huh?
She not done. It's gonna be like, well, god dang. It's gonna be like keeping up with the Glorilla, it's gonna be like that, keeping up with Glorilla, but it's not like the cute way. It's gonna be like it's gonna be like Love and Hip Hop Tommy edition. Okay.
Wow. Well, yeah, that all that tracks. We're
Yeah.
hearing things like they riffed before, and the sister put a gun out on Glow.
Yep,
Like
you see
that
that?
hasn't been
I didn't
confirmed.
even know that, and I said there's gonna be violence. So somebody gonna
And
get, and she got ninth house, Saturn and Neptune in her ninth house. That's not good. So when Saturn and Neptune go retrograde, she needs to be careful because then she's gonna be dealing with legal issues because she wants to be drama, 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 and put all her stuff out there. So she has to learn
Mhm.
to contain it and to contain her family at this time. So I do feel, and also when you said about the money thing, I already wrote that yesterday and I didn't even know about that. So she's going to have to manage her financial situation, especially when helping out her family. She does help out her family. Okay.
Oh, that's T right there. That's T.
She does help out her family. She doesn't feel respected. She doesn't feel respected, and she can pull out her receipts and show you, that she does help out people. But at the same time, she gets upset because nobody gives her the respect that comes with help. It's like you're going to
Mhm.
be in service for being in service and don't expect anything in return. It's that situation, and she's Sun and Leo. Leos don't like that. They want to be petted, they want to be loved and stuff like that. But she does help out.
With her sister being a
You need
Sag.
groceries. She give you $500 for your groceries. You need your bills paid. I pay your bills. She does
Hmm.
help out. It's not like she does. She does help out. She does dole out money to people in her life. Okay, she does. There's the Leos. If they have money, trust and believe, they are Captain Save a Hoe. Okay, she does save her hoes. Okay, and she does play Jesus too. So it's not like, everybody's sitting around her starving, but they want what she has and she don't want it. It's like you got to save some for yourself.
Hmm.
So that's the conundrum, is that she has to, she wants to help, but then everybody else wants to live her baller life, you
Hmm.
know? And that, it's like, but then I'm not gonna have nothing for me, like what the hell? But she does help, okay? She does help. But this is gonna be a time, where she's gonna be about, this is about showing your power, but also about being vulnerable to others as well. So she needs to have some serious, like heart to heart, sister to sister conversations with people in her life, and to not be so secretive about her feelings and the way she feels to her family, and to be honest and to allow cooler heads to prevail. You know, don't have no more conversations on TikTok. Talk to family when after the Mercury retrograde in April, would be a better time to conversate with them and sit there and let them know what's up. I'm not going to give you all
Hmm.
this money. Create your boundaries. It's your money. It's your money. Yes, you'll pay an
Hmm.
electric bill. Yes, but at the end of the day, I'm not like you. It's like, no, she got how many sisters? 12. Okay.
12
So
sisters and brothers. Yeah.
yeah, so it's not like everybody's starving. Come Christmas, she's a gift. She's a gifter, okay? Trust and believe, okay? So she's not like doing that. But at the same time, she has to, she's helping out family, but she has to help herself too. So that's the conundrum that she's doing. And she's being forced to manage her money better and to
Hmm.
budget better. So maybe, yeah, maybe she has cut off a little bit. Maybe she took a little bit of money away because she has to have some for herself, you know? All that stuff
Hmm.
that she lives, the house that she lives, wherever she lives, her car, whatever, that all costs money at the end of the day. Plus, you got to pay the tax man on top of that, you know?
Hmm.
and then she got to continue working for her money. So, this is not going to be the easiest energy time for her and family. Family and her are going to be fighting about money during this time period, okay? So, it's whatever she's doing at this time and whatever's going on with her rising, this could be a time where she's going to be very reactive, and it's going to get amplified. And especially when Jupiter goes into the sun, and Jupiter is going to conjunct with her sun, conjunct with Vulcan. So they're all going to be squished together. Oh,
That
opposing her.
August, July. When is that
July,
birthday? July. Oh,
July.
July. July is crazy.
July is going to be crazy. Yes. And then North Node and South Node in Aquarius. North Node is going to go in Aquarius. South Node is going to go in Leo. Oh, forget about it. August is going to
Mhm.
suck for her. It's like, just hide, girl.
Mhm.
And this is, and then she has, like, right now, she has a stellium in her eighth house. And then she has, like, Saturn conjunct Neptune in the ninth house. Stay on the right side of the damn law. Eighth house deals with law, court,
Mhm.
lawsuits, and family outside the home, and give me, give me, give me, give me, because when you have a stellium in your eighth house, that means that you guys are taking care of other people in your life. That means that, and then you're trying, like, right now, Libra risings, for example, have Uranus in the eighth house. They're trying to create those boundaries with family because they're saying no more, stop, so she's experiencing that. At one point does she say stop, and it's going to piss her off. So stay on the right side of the law, because even now she could experience some kind of jail or some kind of lawsuit going on with this
Mhm.
energy. And then her trust issues are definitely going to be coming out over the next few weeks here with this energy. And she needs to, like, learn how to control her relationships with other people, but in a very quiet way, you
It's
know?
funny you say that. The other siblings are starting to take to the interview circuit. The first sister that says something, she's kind of blown up a little bit. She's went viral because they're probably a hilarious family.
Mhm.
So she's kind of been doing good. But the sister named Victoria. Victoria has recently gotten to with Charleston White, who was like somebody that would call the police on you, and that she made a public threat. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do what I do, and so that's happening.
Yeah, so this is going to be a very difficult time for her. She may have to walk away from family. And unfortunately, she's a Leo, so she's not going to do that. That's too hard for her. You
Wow.
know, Leos are loyal to their family, no matter how much crap you put up with them. They will fight for their family, even if they hate you, they'll fight for you. It's like, I hate you, but I'm
Wow.
going to be there for you. So yeah, so this is gonna be her trying to control her relationships around her. And this is gonna be a time, an opportunity, if she chooses, of growth. And especially when it comes to her career to her career in her industry, this is going to be a time where right now she feels stifled. She doesn't feel like they're giving her good songs, and she don't feel like they're helping her in any kind of way, promoting her in any kind of way, and she's doing all the promotions and doing all the stuff and stuff like that. It's really, and all that pressure. I mean, she loses her stuff. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of pressure here to, like, grow. And I feel like this is going to lead to a potential confrontation, but not in a good way. All righty. And I feel like right now she's a little volcano, but right now everything is inside. But come Jupiter in July, and then the planets with Aquarius, forget it, everything's gonna blow up, and she's gonna lose her shit. But also, this is a time where she feels where she's not getting what she feels she deserves in regards to career. Okay, so she's very, very frustrated with her career and where it's kind of like not going at this time. And now is not the best time to blow up on people or make grand stands or threaten people that are trying to help her or working on other people at this time. This is a time where she needs to take advantage. Mercury goes retrograde this Friday coming up on the 26th. This is a time period where she needs to, like, delve into her creativity. Okay. And not give a shit about what other people think, and not care about her numbers, and not care about, because she's
Mm.
very insecure, and she needs to not care anymore. You got your 7 million view on Instagram. You're good. don't care no more. You're on top of you could do whatever you want. You kind of need to be like kind of like Madonna in a way. And you can be, but she represses a lot of that creativity. Like she's super creative. Like super like I mean, she could have already started another genre of rap already.
When
Okay.
I hear Glorilla's music, I vibrate a little bit. Like it's so. Her dad was a preacher, and I think
Mm.
that's the story. And it's so like lifting
She's
sometimes. I'm like, ooh.
so freaking creative. But she is so concerned about what other people think. And then she
Mm-hmm.
has other people telling her in her ear how to be, what to do. No, you need to put your
Mm,
crown. She needs to put her crown on her head and be
mm,
like Madonna, put your crown on your head and just be like, no, we're going to go this way.
mm,
Creatively, go do you. Okay, be like Batiste, his stuff didn't make sense, and then he became famous,
mm,
so you have to she has to reject reject tradition, reject the norm, and make a left. Reject it, make a left, because that is not you. You are not about traditional. You are non-traditional. So you need to make a left, okay? And not give a crap about what anybody thinks when it comes to your creative expression, how you express yourself as an artist, and just do you, boo-boo. Okay? You got your money, you got your coin. You're going to make more coin when you make a left. Okay?
mm,
And you get off the whole, algorithm thing, and you go make a left and you create your own algorithm. Okay, in your
mm,
own genre, and you start being trendy on your own. She can be, if she wants to, when she taps into her confidence, very avant-garde, very dramatic, and she can, and she needs to work on going there and being avant-garde like Madonna, being very dramatic,
mm,
and not follow the trends anymore.
mm,
Because she's already 5 years ahead. If
mm,
she would just let herself be, and just
mm,
let herself create. Right now, she does have a project that she's coming up with during the Mercury retrograde. So I do see that happening for her. I do
mm,
see her focusing on her creativity at this time with this energy. She just needs to stop conforming to what other people think she should be at this time, and get out from a public opinion, and stop being concerned and feeling judged, and just start being really authentic. And then she's going to watch herself take off, you know? So she just needs to figure out how to do that. That's all. That's the hard part, you know. But I
She
do,
talks about that.
huh?
She talks about that, and she talks about a conversation she has with her mentor, Yo Gotti.
Okay.
Basically, she's an overthinker, and then sometimes she does drop stuff that she thought was like it, and we respond like, and she's like, back to the drawing board, and she talks about it.
Yep.
Nobody talks about the process or
And
the
somebody needs to
insecurities they
send her
might
this.
have.
Then somebody needs to send her this link, and she needs to listen, because she needs to go and make a left. Do what you like. Do
Okay.
what you like. Whatever it is that you like. If you like pink Barbie dolls, then freaking write a rap song about pink Barbie dolls, And I bet you a bunch of women are gonna like it, and a bunch of gay guys are gonna like a bunch of songs about pink Barbie dolls, because you
Hmm,
like it.
hmm,
It's
hmm.
kind of like you're like that artist, the one that did the Louis Vuitton, that Chinese lady, and she's like racist and everything like that. And she does the circles
I
and
think
the
I've heard of her.
patterns. Yeah,
Hmm,
and she's famous for that.
hmm,
So, you want to make your own thumb mark in life, and that's what you're supposed to do, is make your own thumb mark and be original. When in a world of a bunch of copycats, be original. And so sometimes original, if it don't feel comfortable but you like it, that's when you got to put it out and do it. So she's got to just like trust herself a little bit more and work on her confidence a lot more. Okay. But I do see, that her and her sisters are going to be yo-yoing back into and out of each other's lives. Okay. This year
wow.
is what I see as well. And the Lilith moon is in Sagittarius. Again, it's in fifth house, not well aspected here, but this is also a very positive time for her. I do see a creative project. I do see an unconventional romance happening, which is not good. Don't do it, because it's during the Mercury retrograde. It could get messy. He could be with somebody. Okay.
She has a boyfriend right now, and he's a basketball
Well,
player.
there you go. It could be messy. It could. Okay, so I'm doing a good job so far. So it could be messy.
I want to be happy for her. She would,
She
you know,
is gonna be
I want.
happy. She
She's
gonna
like
be
the.
happy. She gonna be happy with somebody else for a little bit. For
Oh,
a second, for a minute. I don't know if it's a boom bam, thank you, ma'am, or she bored or what, but I think she's liking the attention. That's why. And then she's just gonna, and then it's gonna be over because she did it on Mercury retrograde. But it could be like an on again, off again kind of thing. When she gets bored, he
oh,
shows up.
oh,
She don't got no ring
Glow.
on her finger. She don't got no ring on her finger. She gonna play. Okay, she gonna play. I do see that, not the best time for coming up with money making ideas. She is very creative with her endeavors though. As well. She loves creating. So she needs to delve into her creating. And, she has plenty of ideas and she just needs to learn to play with her ideas. And North and Mercury in retrograde is a beautiful time to do that because that's when your creative juices go. And she just needs to embrace her creative juices at this time. And she needs to not give a crap about what other people are going to think, and don't do stuff to make people happy or what you think people want. Do stuff that you like, not stuff that
Mhm.
they like. Because trust and believe they're gonna like your stuff. So that's all I wrote for her. Oh, that was almost at 36 minutes. Check us out.
I'm like, oh, look at that.
I told you I wrote a lot of stuff about her because I was
That was
like,
when you
I
said that. I'm like, man, she went down the deep hole, man. I said, now
I
I'm
was
really
just
getting to
like,
know you now. I'm really
she's
getting to
like,
know you.
she's probably thinking like, oh, she just wrote a paragraph about her. No, I was like, what the hell? I don't know this woman. I don't know this. Who is this
Mhm.
woman? Oh my God, she's madness.
Ah, I love Leo women. I absolutely do. But I mean, I have Leo moon, so maybe I'm partial, but yeah.
My North Node is in Leo, so
Mm, mm. Strong
yeah.
stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fantasia.
Oh,
Let's see the Fantasia thing. So she has been married for 11 years. Her husband decided to repropose. He
okay.
proposed again
Okay.
publicly, and you know, this is
I did their synastry chart.
oh, it was a public
And
ceremony.
you said it was 11 years, and
It's not
and their Juno was so well aspected. I was like, they are never getting a divorce.
yay,
They are
yay.
never, they are so intensely attracted to each other that it's like they're karmic. They had a past life with each other and stuff. I don't have their time of birth on either one of them, but
Mhm,
he's a Leo, she's a Cancer, but they have their Juno is so well aspected with each other that
mhm.
they understand each other. They came into this relationship basically saying, I want marriage and I don't believe in divorce. And she went, agreed. And then they just stayed.
So
So
I don't know how I just think it's so mean that somebody would choose that time to say something like her dad did. So
it's
as that's
so
going viral,
hey, there's one rule about Cancer women. You don't come in between their man. Do not. And I
oh,
saw
she
that in her
responded.
chart. I saw that in her chart too. And she got Uranus in her sixth house as a sun in Cancer. And Uranus is not well aspected right now. So this is a difficult time period for her where she has difficult choices to make
She
with
put
her
her
father.
father's mugshot up, like because he
She's
accused him of stealing, and she's like, "No, you're the only thief." And she's had problems with her dad. Her dad tried to sue her before, and
Yeah, she's
yeah,
gonna have
for
problems this week with her dad again. Yeah. And also she's going to be, I don't know, she's rebranding herself or
hmm
getting different management, but things in her life are going to change in regards to people controlling her or telling her what to do. And she is going to have fights with her family again too. Not with her husband. Those two,
okay,
it's like A and B, see all y'all see your asses out. Okay. The minute you
okay.
come into her relationship, if it's like two tigers fight on, they are going to cuss you out. Do not touch that. It's like leave it alone. They fight just good enough by themselves. Thank you, hello, goodbye. They could do it by
Mhm.
themselves. They need to learn to watch their words though, because their words can hurt each other very badly. So they need to be
Mm.
nice. use those nice words, not mean words, you know? So, but yeah, I saw that Uranus in the sixth house. I saw that she's not going to talk to her father, or she's not going to give her father much power or influence over her life. There's somebody else around her that is controlling her situations too. She's going to get rid of them. So I don't know if she's changing management at this time, because
Mhm.
sometimes with the entertainers, when Uranus is in the sixth house and it's not well aspected, sometimes it means like managers. So she could be changing managers at this time as well, or getting new people to come in to represent her or speak on her behalf. Okay, so that could be happening, but money is the focus at this time for her. And I was talking about this like 2 3, like for the past like month of February, I've been talking about this with cancers. They've been having a lot of problems with people, but it doesn't matter what he does, her husband,
Mhm.
because they're very secretive, okay? And whatever truth that he needs to omit to, or he she finds out about, they work it out, because again, they don't believe in divorce. So, it's very hard to try to come in between that relationship, you know
Mm.
and that is a
Wow.
big no no. They're karmic, but their Juno is so well aspected. I mean, they're tight locked, they're in it to win it. I mean, it's going to be a long-term relationship. Worst comes to worst, 24 years, and then worst comes to worst, death do you part, so they're
Mhm.
going to kill each other, but it's going to be okay. But they
Wow.
they love each other intensely. He loves her intensely and she loves him intensely. It's like it's a great relationship, and she has a giant heart too, so this is a very messy situation, and she has difficult situations to make in regards to people who have access to her money. So there could be
Mm.
something financially going on, or the father making her paranoid at this time or stressing her out at this time. So she could have some health issues that could be coming up because of the stress of this situation. So,
Wow.
yeah, because Uranus is really not well aspected for her at this time, but she kind of needs to just, for right now, there's nothing she can do about anything. Just go with the flow and give it to God at this time, because Mercury's in retrograde. So nothing is going to change and nothing is going to transpire during this time period. But she is reevaluating her relationships. She's not cutting loose her husband, but she is reevaluating maybe how much he has of her money and stuff like that, or she's lecturing him
Mhm.
about, stuff and things like that, and telling him about, her trust issues and stuff like that. And because one, if you mess with a cancer's money situation, it's like kiss of death. It's like, what the
Mhm.
hell, you don't do that. You don't mess with their men, and you don't mess with their financial stability, because then they're going to get very paranoid at you. She is going to yell at him. Okay, that is the extent of that. But this is going to be a checkpoint period for that relationship. It's not over by a long shot. It just hit a hiccup. The honeymoon period is probably kind of like over, kind of sort of situation. So she's like determining if the partnership supports her individuality or does it stifle it.
Mhm.
So there's going to be some changes in how much access he may have towards her money, or how much access, or it's going to be a situation because he's a sun in Leo, he's very needy, and she's like about her freedom and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
there's a lot of power struggles in that. So those two need to work out, when to spend time with him, and her needing to find freedom being with him in the relationships. Not that she doesn't love him. It's just that this restlessness that I need to get up and do something. I need it. It's like if they're in the house together and he says, sit down and watch a movie with me, and it's a 2 hour movie. She's the one standing up, getting things, standing up constantly, and won't sit still.
Mhm.
So she needs to learn to sit still. I feel also that this could be a time where they're going to be working on their marriage. But
Mhm.
mind you, they're in love with each other. So it's not going to be, it's just they want to make it stronger. Okay. And she's not going to give her dad a lot of power at this time over her situation and stuff. She may not even be on speaking terms with a lot of her family members. So they
Put his mug shot up like. Mm.
so they could be
It
fight
sure
in,
do.
like, with everybody, and she don't care. She don't care. You're not going to come between her and her marriage. But she does feel burnt out at this time. Again, her planets are really not well aspected at this time, so she needs to be careful with her health issues, and it's due to stress. It's due to
Mhm.
all this. This is like, it's giving her PTSD because, once upon a time she was
Mhm.
poor, so
Mhm.
she don't want to go there again, and she don't want people using her for her money. So she's really feeling, it's a problem that is going to take time to solve and to create those boundaries with the people that she loves, because at the same time she's a Cancer. She doesn't want to hurt nobody's feelings, and
Mhm.
she doesn't want to accuse anybody of like stealing from her, you know. So this is going to take patience and let it run its course during this time period. That's all she could do. I feel also this is not going to be the best energy time for her and her father getting along. So there could be some kind of lawsuits going on there as well, because you got
Again.
Pluto in Aquarius, and then she's going to have North Node in Aquarius coming in. So this year we could hear them going to court as well. Alrighty. And he meddles really way too much. He tries to get her attention, but she don't want nothing to do with him. So that's what's going on there. And she's very much about her marriage you
Mhm.
know even though she wants, even though if it's like, can I cuddle you, she's like this. Okay, let me just sit here and you can cuddle me for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes up, I gotta go. That's she loves him. Trust me, she loves him. It's just
Mhm.
that, there's some people that, you just they love you, but you got to give them their space you
Mhm.
know and that's her. So that's what's going on there. So they need to be careful with their words and avoid using weapons, their words as weapons, and practice more transparency, because he's secretive about a lot of things and he keeps a lot to himself. And basically, sometimes she's on a needs to know basis. And then since she's secretive about her feelings and how she feels, and she keeps that. And then they both don't communicate. And then they both pop like that to each other a
Mhm.
lot. So they need to learn to communicate better. But this is going to end up being a long term successful marriage because they both want it really bad.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, once her dad said what he said, the husband did respond. He spoke up for himself. He's like, "Well, I'm a successful business person already, and Fantasia has put me in charge of a certain thing, and she trusts me to
Yeah,
run
that's
it."
gonna stop. That's gonna stop. You not gonna make me poor. That's what she thinking. You not gonna make me poor, bitch. No, no, that's gonna stop. Now I'm gonna. That's the. You see, she gonna change that, and she gonna do it this week too. She don't want to, but at the same time, once you mess with a Cancer stability or you put that little seed in there, forget about it. They can't. They can't. It's gonna drive her nuts. It's gonna make her sick. She gonna get all sorts of stressed out, and she gonna be a hot mess.
That's how messy it is. I think this was triggered from her firing somebody that was with the company before the husband came along, and that's what the dad is like. Hey, he
Well,
fired people, and
well, now the husband is not going to be in charge, and she's going to put like real people, like accounting people in charge of her money. You know, maybe she's thinking about that, what Wendy Williams and Britney Spears have, the conservatorship stuff.
mhm, mhm, mhm,
So that
mm.
people can't touch her money and don't have access to it. So that's what's probably going to be happening to her too, and that's going to happen this week. She don't wanna
Wow.
do it, but she gotta do it because it's gonna drive her crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, but
So
not
the
like
dad,
crazy. Hmm?
so the dad put a bug in her ear, basically, and she's like not gonna talk to her dad, but she is listening.
Is she listening? But then it's like how like people put like some kind of like it's kinda like, "Oh, your boyfriend's cheating on you," and your boyfriend ain't cheating on you, but then all of a
Mhm,
sudden he's on his phone all the time, and you're just like, "Oh my
mhm,
god. He talking
mhm,
to somebody, he looking at somebody." And for real, he playing his video games on his phone.
mm.
Or binge watching a series that you don't like, so he watches it on his phone, and you thinking the whole time he's cheating when he really like watching his phone. Is that
Wow.
situ- is that situation? It's like once you put that little and you implant it, it's like,
Wow.
hmm
Hmm.
like he shouldn't have done that. That was just that was just mean and messy. So yeah, So
Mm.
she's gonna change all that. So he's not the husband is not gonna have access to like the money, I felt.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, but
For
they're
you,
still
Amanda.
together, so
Yep.
that is a strong relationship to survive something like that, a firing pretty much.
Oh, they're gonna survive a lot more stuff. A lot more stuff is gonna come. I don't want to put the juju on it, and I don't want to plant seeds in her brain. Then she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just saying. But they'll work through it because they are determined to do it. Again, he's needy, so she needs to be careful with that, and she needs to work on giving him more attention. So could there be other women? Yes, because she don't give him no attention. So you need to give him attention.
But she's working. I have dated Leo men, and it is
They're
challenging because they like
needy.
gifts and attention, and that
They're
you're their
needy.
mom, and my son's a Leo. Like, come
My
on.
ex-husband was a Leo. He was so freaking needy. He was a sun in Gemini and a Leo rising. Beyond needy. I mean, I
Oh
couldn't
my
even like do
goodness.
my job, and he was like jealous of my job too because it was like he called it my other kid. He said, "You have two children." I'm like, "Oh," and I said, "And I love them both."
Hmm.
So it's kind of like that. They're very super needy. And then they start looking elsewhere for attention. So she needs to be careful with that. So she needs to make it a point to spend some time with him and give him some attention, and make him feel important. And I think that's why she gave him that responsibility over the finances to make him feel important. But now she's going to probably take it away, more than likely take it away because now she can't trust him because she's thinking, "Oh, I don't want to go back to that place." And the father is probably thinking the same thing. I don't want you to go back to that place, but I'm thinking of me too. So that's what's happening there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this is just gonna. When is it easy? So July is rough. So right
When's
now
it
we're in
gonna be easy?
February.
Oh my God. I think it's kind of getting easy.
It's okay. It's not. I tend to worry a lot.
I mean, it's been kind of like for me personally, I think it's just been a humbling time for me and stuff, and that's it. And I'm just like living my life and I'm trying day by day. But I think like
Yeah, yeah.
April is gonna be a little bit better because we have more fire. And then when Jupiter goes into Leo, it's going to get a little bit better here. And also after like Jupiter goes direct, thank God, but then also Hades and Coronas later on in March and April go direct, and then the energies start to get better. So we always have this window of opportunity at the end of March and April, and the end of April, when Hades and Coronas go direct, is going to feel really good. But then come wintertime, Hades and Coronas goes retrograde. And this is till 2044 and 2043, or 2043 and 2042. Okay. So we have one leaves and moves into Leo, and then the other one eventually 2043 moves into Leo. So this is going to be a long-term transit year where we have to learn to deal with Hades and Coronas in retrograde, because when they go in retrograde, it's such a heavy energy time. And I know you felt it because you're a sun in Sagittarius. So it's such a heavy energy time for you. Financially, it's a heavy energy time. Emotionally, it's a heavy energy time for you. And then when they go direct, it's like, oh my gosh. So we only have like this window of opportunity from April all the way down to November to take advantage and do what we need to do. But guess what? Then in the summertime, all the planets start to go in retrograde starting July. So we have like these windows of opportunity from April till just July to like do what we need to do. So those are going to be like our peak seasons where we're like happy and stuff like that and doing
Mhm.
things. And then when the planets start to go retrograde, it's kind of like we get like a little bit grumpy and stuff like that, and things start not working the way we want it to work, and things of that nature. So it becomes a little bit more difficult, and it's going to happen to us like all through our lives. It's never going to
Yeah.
be like, sunshines and roses, because when we came to earth, we didn't sign up for sunshine and roses, because God did do that for us once upon a time. And we said, "Oh no, 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 this is boring. This is so boring. This is too easy. Make it hard for us." God said, "You want hard? And we went, yeah, challenge us. And I don't know who the hell said that, but I don't know whoever spoke on our behalf. Really,
Yeah, is that an amethyst? What is that
you
one?
know, that's an amethyst. I don't know. It's a wand club. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
You need hit because I did not sign for this bullshit. Okay.
Hmm.
I did not, and if I did, I take back my words because it's like I want a redo on my contract because this is some bullshit. Some real
Yeah.
bullshit. But anyways, yeah. So it's always going to be like that. We're always going to have these periods of time of growth and then the periods of time of strategizing, planning, and kind of like planting the seeds that we want to come for the next year. So that's how you have to take it. And then use that period of time where all the plants are in retrograde to go within as well, to work on yourself, to reevaluate your situation. So that's what we do. And we do it every year. Unfortunately.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, those are celebrities. I picked those celebrities because those are women I look up to. Honestly, Fantasia's awesome. She's a great entertainer, and she's been through a lot already. And
Mhm.
we were all very happy for her. Us celebrity hounds. We're all very happy for her. Like, oh, look at her husband reproposing, and
Yeah,
her dad
they
just
they
ruins
and
it.
that's a real proposal too. Know that. Know that he really does has an intense streak. Like I saw that, I was like, because I thought it was gonna be like messy and shit. So I wanted to be
Hmm.
nosy. So I did a compatibility report really quick, and I was like,
Hmm. It's beautiful, huh?
I don't think he's stealing from her, but okay. I just think he's just trying to like have some kind of control over her, but she's not going to give him that control. That he's like she wants to be the husbander, she's not going to let him be the husbander.
And then the Glorilla thing, the fact that it happened like February 5th, and like it's I would say the 20th, like it all happened. It happening within like the same 2 weeks or same week of each other is like
Mm.
weird. And Glorilla's sister going viral like she did, like she was just complaining and pretty much begging for money, and she was pissed off because she got out of jail and nobody bonded her out, and all of a sudden,
That
that's
then there
what made her
then
famous.
that's where I saw like somebody, there's your truth, there's my truth, and then there's that's the thing I was talking about. So there you go. So that's gonna escalate some more, and she don't need to pull out her receipts.
She already
You
had.
know,
She put the mom on. The mom and dad have gotten on live before, and then so Victoria responds with, "Mom is lying for you, and I'm going to prove it." And there is a conversation where the mom is saying, "Clippers doesn't do anything for us." Da 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 da. Like it's real. It's a really messy. It's a lot of people involved, and like I said, the other siblings are starting to do their own interviews.
well, she can't be caught. You got to
I
picture it.
love
She
Glow.
probably, let's say like she only has like what? Like realistically, like how much money does she have? Probably less than $1 million because you
Right.
got to think taxes. Taxes, it's $30,000 for every $100,000 that you make. Then she got to pay the people that created her
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. That's a lot of money, and they charge a lot of money. And then what is she left with? So she gotta make some for herself.
She
You
bought this
know,
plastic surgery. Her sister
plastic
saying
surgery.
our sister stays with you and she doesn't have $40 for her phone bill. Like, I mean, and we haven't heard a song from Glorilla, a new song from Glorilla in a while.
Yeah,
Honestly.
yeah. She's making new music. She's making new music, but it's kind of like she needs to stop it with the family and just leave them alone for a second and just create and do what she needs to do and just keep quiet.
Hopefully that's what happens.
You need to
I'm
send her this link.
I'm gonna send it to her.
Yeah, because she need because heavy is the crown that wears it, girl. Okay, and you got 12 of them. God bless you. You can't play Captain Save a Hoe for everybody. You just gonna have to be realistic about that giving situation. I know you want to be Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but you can't do that either. And I know you can, and she really can. She probably has been super generous to them, but it's kind of like at the end of the day, she got to think for herself. I mean, she would blow it up for them if she had like Kim Kardashian money. Trust and believe she
hmm
would. Y'all be living large too with golden spoons in your mouth, but she can't do that for you. You know?
hmm
So don't expect her to do that for you. Y'all, just because you got, it's kind of like Madonna and all her family members. She don't help all of them out. You
Hmm.
know, she don't take care of all her family. And they kind of resent she does to an
Hmm.
extent, but she an extent, you know, but she not they're not ballers, they're regular people, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, oh, I have a famous sister, you
Hmm.
know, and that's it.
And that's it.
But she keeps her boundaries. Like her sister that looks almost exactly like her when she was younger, but then she, you know, Madonna had the plastic surgery on her. She's like,
Hmm.
"I love her, I love her, I love her, I love her, I love her." I don't mean to like call, but then you see her sister who used to look exactly like her, doesn't look exactly like her anymore because she
Right.
don't give her that plastic surgery money. Okay.
Right.
So, you know, you just have to be realistic with your giving energy. And I'm sure, and she has just as many siblings as you do. And I'm sure she helps to an extent, you know, to an extent. So, you know, you just have to, they're just going to have to realize that you help to an extent, you know, because at the end of the day, that's my money.
Her brothers, oh my God, this is crazy. 'Cause these are people that are older than her. Her brother's like, yeah, I'm the one that introduced you to rap. Like, oh my
And Madonna
goodness.
has older brothers too, and she does the same and the same thing. You know, I think one of them he's a fisherman.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them is a fisherman or something like that, and he's very old, and she respects him and loves him, but, you know, she does what she can to an extent. She doesn't, like, give out everything to them, and even
Hmm.
with her kids, and especially her older kids, she doesn't give to them, you know? The father of
Hi,
He
Richie.
Guy Ritchie takes care of his son, you
Hmm.
know? Lola, it's like, "Go figure your life out, honey." You know? You know, it's like, "Go figure your life out. I don't know what you trying to do with that music," but you see her mom and she makes music too, and her mom's like, "Okay,
Mm.
that's
Dang,
my daughter. Okay." You know?
that's
She's
hard.
yeah, you know, so it's like to an extent.
Is there anything else that we should be watching out for coming up, or anything we should be present of the awareness of saying that people are going to kill people
Well, I
in the
think
next
that
few?
I did see some events coming up. So this week there might be some weather events, of course, the snow and stuff like that.
It snowed
So,
today.
oh God, don't say that.
No, it did. It
You're
snowed earlier in St. Louis. Yeah, out of
I'm in
nowhere. It was 47
Ohio.
degrees
I'm
the other
next
day.
door to you. I'm next door to you. Don't say that. I don't want to get snow. So, but yeah, so like I think like the snow is going to be a problem for some people. So check your homeowner's insurance, you know. So this week is going to be a little bit problematic with the weather and there could be some fires, God forbid. So, you know, just be careful out there with your stuff and don't smoke in the house this week and be careful with your furnaces, you know, because I did see that.
That's so funny. I kind of want to smoke in the house today. And I didn't. And I'm like, I'm smoking in the house this week. And yeah, I'm glad you said
Yeah, don't smoke in
that.
the house. So, because I kept seeing sometimes when I do my weekly horoscopes, I keep seeing the same things, and then I find that like all my turn of events do come true. You know, somebody is, you know, like North Carolina, the summer, I think like last year it was between Los Angeles and North Carolina, and it was like consistent. And I was like, oh my God, they keep coming true. And I was like, I need to stop this.
Mm,
You know,
mm.
between the fires and whatever weather. So yeah, there's going to be some events coming up here at this time that's not going to be very easy. So just, you know, everybody be careful. Check your homeowner's insurance and see what qualifies as acts of God. You're welcome.
You say that. You stay on that.
I
Yeah.
do. I do. But other than that, you know, there is the conspiracy theory with Jeffrey Epstein thing.
Epstein.
Trump is going to get on it too. There's some fake stuff about it too. So, and Trump's going to get on the fake stuff about it, and then he's going to look a fool.
That's it's
He just needs to learn. He's a Gemini. He needs to learn to not have the last word. He needs to learn to have a level of shut up. Just shut up. I do it to my ex-husband all the time. He's a sun in Gemini and Leo rising. Just shut up. Shut up.
that's not that ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen. So
No.
so there more Epstein and Trump stuff.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. More conspiracy theories are going to come out. And it's all
Great.
during the Mercury retrograde. So that means that this year, that's all we're going to hear about. And then next year, that's all we're going to hear about.
Around the same time.
around the same time. It's kind of like that Ophius, that fake planet that everybody wants to talk about and say, oh my God, that's for Sagittarius. I'm like, no, it's not. And
I
it's
didn't think
like,
it was. Oh
no. And
wait.
then it only comes up during Mercury retrograde. And
Mm,
then I only get those questions during the Mercury retrograde. And I always say that to them. I say, how funny, every Mercury retrograde, I get the same damn questions. So we're
mhm.
probably going to hear about this for a little bit, probably for the next 3 years. Damn it.
Well, that's funny. That's the term. That's the rest of Trump's term. The next three
Yes.
years.
Yes. So it's kind of
Oh my
crazy,
goodness.
that whole
Wow.
Epstein thing. I mean, Jesus, there's so many people in it. So
A
many
lot of
people,
people.
so many players in it. It's like shit. I'd be there all damn day. like
Oh, I forget how many pages it is, but it's crazy. But Trump is mentioned the most probably. Deepak Chopra's in it. Like,
I know Deepak
ah,
Chopra, that was crazy.
that's wild. I mean,
That
for
is,
me and you in the spiritual world, yeah, like,
because I really thought, like, damn,
man,
damn. I hope Tony Robbins not in there because that's my favorite guru
I
too.
love Tony
No,
Robbins.
not Tony Robbins. Don't let Tony Robbins because I will say something. I'll freak the hell out because that's my man. That's not your
Tony, my
guru.
boy,
Oh my
yeah.
God, that's not your guru. He is my guru. Do not bring Tony Robbins. If Tony Robbins come, that's it. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna
I
mourn
don't
that
think
day.
Tony in it though.
I
Tony ain't
hope
in
he's
it.
not. I hope he's just really, really in his own world. He's a
Yeah, that's what
Pisces
I think.
too. He's a February 28th baby. Okay. Nina
Mm,
Simone's birthday is on my birthday. Yay.
okay.
I love her. So, it's just like, I just hope he's not on there. That'd be so disappointing. Because they had they say that they had like a sulfur tank and they put the bodies in the sulfur tank and then they had a trap door that went down into the ocean. I mean, it was like,
Eating
damn.
kids or pizza and jerky.
I
It's going
know.
down.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
It's
Just
so
Bill
talking about muffins and stuff like that. I was like, what? I was like, ew.
Bill Clinton wants to testify publicly. That's wild. He's like, no, I want to
Oh,
testify.
hello,
I'm sorry.
goodbye with those two. Oh my God, the Arkansas Mafia. I can't with them. I can't
I'm
with them.
pretty
They
sure
need.
you're right. You've had periods in your career where you looked at their charts, I guess. Yeah, because they come up a lot.
Arkansas Mafia. Them two, I swear to God, she is a mafia. I swear to God, she part of some kind of mafia in Arkansas. I swear on God. We haven't discovered it yet, but I swear on God, she is part of some kind of mafia. I just don't know which one. I think it's the Arkansas Mafia. I mean, you keep,
She's
she's
still
young.
writing, man. She's the one that's doing the interview. She's like, hey, I want to speak. I can speak. Sit down, Bill. I got
Ah, she is conniving. She is a liar. Okay, and a
Damn.
sneak and a cheat and all that shit,
Damn, Scorpios. Dang.
She's so sneaky. She's a Scorpio. There you go. P. Diddy. Think P. Diddy, okay? Think P. Diddy, but she a lot more clever than P. Diddy, okay? She a
Damn.
lot more clever than P. Diddy. A lot more. She's like in Mensa or something. A lot more clever. A lot
Wow.
more. But mm-mm.
Hmm.
She part of a mafia. I swear to God, she must be part of some kind of mafia. She can get you shot and she don't have to she winks or something, but then next thing you
Mm-hmm.
know, you get shot. And it's oh,
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand Hillary Clinton.
Dang, we might have dodged a bullet. Lord. Oh my, we might have dodged a bullet and got Trump for a president. That's wild.
Well, Trump actually, y'all, mark my words. Mark my words. And I don't want to say this, but mark my words. Unfortunately, Neptune is in Aries. By the time Trump leaves, y'all gonna think that he was the best president that we had. That's how bad all the other presidents are gonna be coming up. Okay, so when you vote in, do your research. Do your research. Do your just dues as a citizen of the freaking United States.
Mm-hmm.
Research, research. Okay. Get on that
Mm-hmm.
TikTok and you figure out these people's lives. All right. And make sure that they have IQs over 100 and something.
Maybe we can talk about that. These candidates these celebrity candidates that are coming up. We will talk about that next time. That's a wonderful subject.
All right, well, let me know the names because I stay out of politics. I swear to God. I did Trump scopes. I did POTUS scopes on Twitter for a while there. And I swear to God, I thought I was gonna get shot because it was all about Trump and he was listening. Every time I said something,
Sure.
he either shut up or he had a different conversation about. I was like,
I'm
Oh
sure.
shit. This man is watching my scopes. And I was like, oh shit. And I swear on God, I thought I was gonna get shot in the back of my head, like 2 caps, and then we were gonna call it a heart attack. I'm never getting involved in politics because it's scary. Them people, they look like they're nice people, good Christian folks, but really they're fucking killers.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna throw you these candidates that
I
are
mean,
talking about it because they seem
let me just throw that to all the Aquarius out there so they can create all the conspiracy theories out. They're gonna be like, oh, the politicians are killers.
these new ones that are coming up or trying to come up. They seem very innocent. If you man, you make these people look bad. One of them, you make him look bad. I would be surprised.
Well,
We'll
do
see.
it. Let me know the list of candidates that are coming
Mm-hmm.
up, and I will
Mm-hmm.
research them. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
I did predict Trump winning the first time, but then I saw something in the fifth house, and I didn't understand it, and I thought he was going to get shot, and instead Biden stole the race. You know. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what happened. So yeah, let me know because now I know what to look for when they're stealing when they're messing up the race, the president's race. You know, because he was supposed to win and then he didn't, and then we had Biden, you know, puppet, you know, and then poor Camilla, like, why am I here? Why am I here?
That's how that went. It was like poor Libra. Oh, poor Libra lady. Oh my
I
goodness.
know, and I know she was bitching about that too, like, oh my
You know,
Ferdinand.
you know how we get ran over, man.
We did got run over, and it was like, why am I here? Why am I here? Can I go? Can I go? I'm just gonna sit here and eat
Mm-mm.
donuts. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't care. You know? How was your day,
Mm-mm.
honey? I got paid to do nothing. Well, nothing's good. Fuck you.
Yep.
Poor baby. I know. Libra's
Hmm.
got it so bad for the past 4 years. It's not even that Uranus and Taurus gonna muck you guys up like nobody's business.
When
You
is
know?
this over? When is this
Oh, it
over?
is gonna be over. Let me see. Let me see.
Okay, so Libra, so for Sagittarius is in the eighth house, for Libras is in the sixth house, and
No, for
yours.
Libra risings is in the eighth house. For Sagittarius is in your sixth house of career. So it's been a really difficult time for 9 to 5 jobs. Getting kicked out, quitting, layoffs. You go to like the postal service. Oh no, this office is going to be closed now because we're no longer using it. It's like it's been here for 100 years. Yeah, I know. We're getting rid of it. You got to move.
That's an odd
Yes,
example you use right there.
because Uranus in the sixth house, I don't care if it's a government job that's been there for 500 years, it will close down when Uranus is in the sixth house. Trust and believe. It's very inauspicious. Yeah, I mean, it's like every building, it's been sold. Now I have to move. It's been, it's like,
Hmm.
it's like I'm trying to look for a job now. One person was like, I can't even apply for a job. I'm like there for 3 days. They're like, you're fired. And it's like, wow.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uranus in
Hmm.
the sixth house has been awful, but the messed up part when Uranus goes into Gemini in the sign of Capricorn, it's going to be like an auspicious time for them.
Okay, which is a bad time for everybody else, but it's cool for us. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool for Capricorns, but it's not cool for everybody else. You know, Uranus and Taurus sucks. Uranus and Gemini, it's all about like change because Geminis don't like to like sit in the same spot. That's why Geminis are always reevaluating their jobs or always quitting their jobs. They can never have like one job and sit there for 5 years,
Hmm.
because after 3 years, they're like, I'm done. Get me out. I want out. Or they'll go back to school for a better career. So it's kind of like that kind of situation. Let me see. When does Uranus go into Gemini? I think it's in June.
Okay. Um,
Hmm. Hold on. Still looking.
I'm like, this does it really get better?
It does. It does. Like I said, we have like this window of opportunity. And Uranus is getting, okay, so April 25th,
Hmm.
Uranus gets out of your sixth house and moves into your seventh house in the sign of Sagittarius. And then Uranus moves out of your eighth house into your ninth house into Gemini. So then all systems go.
All
You're just gonna
right.
have you're just gonna have weird relationships and weird situationships with other people.
That's kind of like the regular for me, I guess.
Okay,
Anyway,
so you're used to it. All right, so don't so expect weirdness with people. It's gonna be like, yeah, I adopted a child.
that's not.
It's my it's my cousin's.
No,
Yes, it's gonna be
no,
like that. It's gonna be like, yeah. So now I have two kids.
no,
This
no,
one's not mine.
no.
You
Oh
know?
my goodness. Because
Yes.
no, your
This.
post office analogy was already like I didn't work for the post office, but I went there and they said the weirdest thing to me. Like it wouldn't work online, and then I got there and it was weird. Like what the heck? Like I actually drove to the other side of town to make it work, and then like, it ain't gonna work. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're here. I don't care. It's not. I'm like I'm
Yeah,
trying to be normal and stable here.
it's like not right now.
I'm trying to do the
So
right thing.
and then come then when Uranus is moving, you are going to go through another career change again in the month of April because Uranus is leaving. And then that's where you're going to be. My prediction is that for some of you, because you guys change jobs, Sagittarius change jobs every 5 years, because the lesson is they need to learn to stay. And they need to learn to stay to 10 to 12 years in order to get the raise, the promotions, the management positions. So they need to learn to stay. And I think this Uranus in the sixth house has taught y'all to fucking stay. To be
It's
quite
trying.
to be quite honest, it's like once I get this job, I'm not moving, I'm not getting fired, I'm staying put. It's like some of you go to stay for the next 10, 12 years, and then you're gonna see like after 10 or 12 years, because you guys have lessons with staying and finding
Mhm.
freedom with your work, you
So
know.
that's what I'm trying to establish now. I really wish I could support my own because people, the workplace bullying, Marie, that you've been talking about in the and the Sagittarius readings. I've been watching both of
It's
them.
yes, the workplace bullying is real in Libra. Absolutely real. They're like really going through it. And then if they're not going through it, they're going through it in their head. And it's like, they're talking
Hmm.
about me. They're talking about me. It's like, bitch, nobody's talking about you.
You
Bitch,
said
who's
that.
talking
No,
about you?
mm,
Who's talking about you, bitch? Everybody. Who's everybody? Receipts. I want receipts. Damn it. I want pictures,
I was
audio.
I was walking in and they were like, so and so said this. They're talking about this.
Oh
I mean,
my
it might not
God.
affect them. It might just be something small to talk about. But I'm like, why am I talked about at
No,
all?
but then you took it so far left. Like everybody talks about me. Everybody talks about me. They're not talking about me. And it's like, oh my God.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
just been very stressful for you guys. But
Yeah.
it's
Thanks.
almost done.
Hmm. I guess I'll figure it out.
Well,
I'm definitely blowing things up that are uncalled
yeah,
for.
and you're intriguing that South Node in Virgo way too damn much. Y'all love that one, making you overthink, overanalyze, and freaking possibly making some of you paranoid as f, mental as it's like y'all crazy at this point. It's like shit. I'm like they're stalking me, and I'm like nobody's stalking you. That's your neighbor. They live across the street from you. Like showing me pictures. I'm like, oh my god, we're going there. I'm like,
I'm
they're
like,
not stalking you. I'm like, my neighbor has a camera too. She's not stalking me. There's people coming to our houses like at random and doing stuff to our properties. No, they're stalking me. No, I guarantee you she is not. You know? It's
yeah.
like
Yeah. I've been thinking cars are following me. I'm like, why are they here? Who is that? Like
oh Lord,
I've
it's so
never
freaking
felt like that
true.
before. I've never felt like that before until like recently. Like, who is that?
The South Node in Virgo. Y'all think like people are like following you and shit like that. And like, people are watching you in your refrigerator. I had somebody take a picture of the refrigerator inside of it and be like, oh my God, somebody is watching me in my refrigerator. I said, why are they going to sit there and wait for the thing to open to watch you? And then you close it back up. What the hell?
Do you know
Um,
how Libras always think they're right? So I'm
oh
thinking,
yeah.
I'm like, I know somebody
That's
following
what
me. She
that's
can't tell me
that's
they
how
ain't following
my
me.
readings have been lately. No joke. That's how my readings have been. I'm like, Jesus Christ, we are going into another level. I'm like, stop intriguing that South Node in Virgo. Jesus mother. She making you so paranoid. Y'all think like there's people in the refrigerator. It's like, stop it.
Do you have any advice for me right now besides quit being paranoid and
Get the hell out of
uh,
your head.
Okay. Okay.
Get the hell out of your damn head. It is not your friend. Work on being in your space. Walking meditation, clear your mind, and just like stay the hell out of your head. You are your own worst enemy right now. For
True
real.
that.
Do not listen to the conversations in your head.
Mm,
And no, that is not your fucking intuition that is talking to you in your head. That's you, bitch.
mm,
Because right now, it's really hard for you to listen to your intuition
mm.
because you want to be right. So right. And you're super suspicious because you're intriguing Pluto and Aquarius and you're super paranoid about the weirdest shit. It's so fucking true about the weirdest shit. It's like, I don't even know anymore. It's like, shit, man. Y'all try to fight with people that are just standing still minding their business. And it's like, that bitch is talking to me about me. And it's like, no, she's not. Oh my God. What
Yeah, she
the
was.
She hates me. No, she doesn't. She don't even talk about you. She's minding her damn business.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know? Stop. Just
Well,
stop.
thank you, Marie.
You're welcome, Nina.
We're all gonna try to hang in there. July's gonna be rough for everybody, but April's better. April's a better time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yay.
Yes. And watch my horoscopes. I can always help you guys navigate through the stars because y'all need it.
Hit Marie up. She's on TikTok. She's on YouTube.
Hmm.
You're on Instagram as well.
I am on Instagram. I do the daily horoscopes on the Instagram and the TikTok because I know, I'm trying to raise my platform. And I'm on the YouTube. I do the weeklies and the monthlies and the dailies on there. So y'all, check it out. Give love to my channel. And thank you, Nina, for supporting my channel all these years. She's been a
No problem.
viewer. She's been a viewer forever, ever.
It's been a long time.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, it has been a long time. I'll be thinking. Thank you so much again, and I'm gonna do better with promoting this and saying hi to the chatters. Apparently, so yeah, we're gonna we will
Yeah.
see each other later and soon.
Yes, we will. Love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
Bye.